KUPD.
Canfield in the morning, 9 weeks in, and suddenly a guest has arrived, and it's much bigger than we ever expected.
I promised you the metal god would be in this studio,
and you have
now
brought
here
him.
he
Rob
is.
Halford is here. Everybody sitting right in front of me. Hello once again. We had to take a commercial because I was timing this so I could get rid of Ian faster. Like I had the whole show timed this morning. Go, look, I need 2 huge commercial breaks at about 9. So Ian comes in, complains about life. I tell him he's a pansy for doing what he does over at KUPD. The whole thing ends and he leaves. And then in wanders metal god, as you say, Rob Halford, and here you are.
Here I am.
I need to ask you.
Yeah, go on.
I don't have any questions about music. I frankly don't care.
All right, well, let's go.
How much money did Ian pay you to do this?
Yeah.
Because there's no way this is
It
necessary.
was a corner bakery meal,
Well,
wasn't
that's
it?
why, yeah, because he tells me we take these pictures at the corner bakery, and you see the pictures, and you go, "That's photoshopped."
Yeah.
Right.
That's not him. That's you just put that in afterwards, you know.
Now, Ian says when he's out with you, people say, "Who's that with Ian?" Is that true?
I've never said that.
There is some truth to that, yeah, because you know when Ian starts talking, the people the other side of the state start listening because he has this really quiet demeanour. So
Haven't met that guy yet.
No, we'll be eating our pancakes, and some chick will go, "Oh, are you in Campfield from blah blah blah? I listen to your show every morning when I'm taking a shower." You know,
Really?
Yeah.
That's
what
pretty
did I do
good,
then?
Rob.
That was a pretty
That was
good.
me being a female.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
not bad.
That was
I sounded like a
Rob. That was an
female.
excellent transvestite impression of the women who like Ian.
Do your impression of me.
Which one? The laugh or the whole entire
The
thing?
whole. Just,
Okay, well, if you need me to get a beanbag for the station, just don't fire me anymore, all right? That's all I ask. Stop firing me, please. That would be great. And then if you tell Ian a joke, he either goes, "That's funny," or he laughs like he's reading it and goes, "Ha, ha, 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 ha."
So yeah, this has cost me a salad and a soup at
That's it.
Corner Bakery, so you can pay me that.
Cheap date. I get it back for it. Now, let's talk about your friend Ian first. I know this is the Rob Halford moment. He's been talking about this for months, and we have not believed that he even knows.
Ad nauseum.
Yeah, so this is all just more of a like Judge Judy situation where I'm actually trying to prove that this is not a pay situation where you owe him. Backstage, would you define Ian Campfield as a clinger? Does he hang around
He's like,
bands?
"Here comes
We
Ian."
have a better word for that in the UK. It's called a ligger.
Okay, I don't
careful.
think we're allowed to say that here.
Careful.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, a
Clinger or a groupie?
Can we join the two? Like, what's clinger and ligger together?
Clinger.
I heard
It's a
that. I heard that.
Cligger. Ian is,
Scotland.
Ian, you know what?
Getting nervous about that.
Ian's new name is the Cligger. And you know what you're going to hear? It's
Cligger
like,
Campfield. I'll take a T-shirt with that on.
yeah. Hey, Cligger, go get me a drink. That's going to start happening here. Okay, just don't fire me. I'll get you a drink
Like,
immediately.
Rob, I brought the throat coat tea, so your voice will be good for tonight's performance. Now I've also brought English tea and green tea, whatever you want.
But is a ligger somebody who stands around backstage and everybody's got to constantly move them out of the way? And you don't really want them there, but they show up and they're pleasant enough, but you're like, oh.
I did warn Rob, this is the most hostile, hateful show that you could go on.
Is this not true? Is that true?
It's one of those head drop moments. You
Yeah.
know, when people come in the room and you go, "You're having a nice moment," and then that person walks in and you go,
Ian. When Ian walks in, everybody goes, oh, boy. Ian's here.
I was with Danny Zelisko last night at Avanti, and we were talking about that because apparently Danny Zelisko gets recognised.
Yes.
quite a
He's a
lot.
big promoter.
Yeah.
And he says that because of his notoriety, he has that.
Yeah. Now, while you were
the head
eating,
drop where he's like just trying to,
trying to enjoy his day.
Yeah.
Now, were you bothered while you ate dinner at Avanti that Ian was in the window?
No, but I told him to get a move on in the kitchen because
he's got to hurry up and
really
get those
slow,
meals
get
cooked.
those,
Right.
get
Yeah,
that
the tea,
pasta out.
Whatever.
We need
Don't
the
fire
pasta.
me. Please don't let me go, Rob. Let's be friends forever.
Here's your gnocchi.
Now, what are you doing in?
It's
in
Tuesday.
You live in Phoenix and have
Yeah,
for a while.
I've been
now,
in the
right?
valley since '81, I think.
Why did you make this your home?
Yeah, well, quick story. I was playing a show with Priest in the late '70s in Las Vegas at the old Aladdin.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And we drove overnight. We got into town around 4 or 5 in the morning in the summer, and I opened the tour bus door and like, what is this? It's still 110, 4 a.m. And then I woke up, and there I was in this beautiful place, this Shangri-La for for Brits, right, Ian?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And you know, this is me, a kid raised on Champion, the Wonder Horse, and Fury, and the Cisco Kid, and
lot
all
of
those
westerns.
the
Right.
old black and white westerns and stuff. And as a kid, and I think still think for a lot of Brits, it's still a great thrill to come over to America.
Really?
Yeah, and so Phoenix for me was, this is where I want to be.
Do you hate England as much as Ian does?
Well, again, it depends on the climate.
It depends on that day.
Also,
the
where
weather
Rob
that day.
comes from, it's even grayer and more rainy because he's from the Midlands. So I mean, it's
Yeah, I'm from Aussie land, you know, so
Right.
it's a bit grim. And I've watched this place grow.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Incredibly.
As you got here in
Austin.
'81, I was here. I started in '83. I was 10. I
Yeah.
got here in '83.
Uh-huh.
It was a cow town. It was
Yeah.
a old west cow town. Now it's a thriving metropolitan place.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
literally every time I walk down Central, someone will say to me, like, 10 years ago there was nothing here.
Yeah.
And you think about that gateway from like Central
Downtown,
downtown
it's
around.
crazy. Yeah.
And then they
downtown's-
go, aren't you Ian Camfield? I can
Yeah.
tell from the back.
Yeah. Oh,
You know my
In
new
the
nickname
Haboob.
also for
Oh, you're like
Camfield is
this.
Goldilocks.
Oh, you like Goldilocks?
Yeah,
You know
because
what
the hair was
happens-
never this length.
See, I think he looks a little like the Jack of Clubs.
Yeah, you can put them on cards. That's spot on.
The first time
great.
I hadn't seen Rob for a while and I'd grown my hair out and he's like, what happened to your hair? I'm like, I've grown it now. So now I just text him and he'll send someone, can you get Goldilocks
Yeah.
in?
Yeah. Do you want Goldilocks to cut him back? Is it getting a little out of hand here?
Well, no, it's because it's going to be a cheap Christmas gift this year. I'm
Yeah,
just
that's
going to
right.
get a little bit of pink ribbon and
Yeah, it's a
be
great
happy
clip.
with that.
Now, speaking
You'll
of
be
pink
happy with
ribbons, we had you on the air years ago, and Brady, who was quite conservative but has grown as the show's gone on for 16 years into accepting things that maybe he wasn't sure he knew were going to be thrown at him. You invited him to the cock ring in Amsterdam.
I never did.
And I remember his
I don't do that
face.
kind of thing.
No, it was great because you were talking about it. And then
Because I brought it up.
You brought up
'Cause
the
I went to
cock ring.
Amsterdam
Why
and
did
I
you bring
said-
that up?
Well, because we were talking about somehow I
Bars.
brought Amsterdam, and
Yeah.
I remember going by a bar.
Being
Right.
curious.
Yeah,
and he said,
Did you go in?
and I said, "Is Rob here?" And they said, "No, he's not here."
It's his day off.
Brady went to a whorehouse, and Brady just sat there with the prostitute.
Yeah.
That's all
That's
he did.
after looking,
Yeah.
window shopping.
But it was a great moment. The exchange was very innocent to you turning it very dark quickly when he's like, you going to the cock ring, Rob? And he goes, I'll go again if you'd like to join. And it was this weird moment where he's like,
I think I got
yeah,
invited.
and he got invited to the cock ring. Now, do you remember scaring a young boy named Brady into,
I
into
do.
manhood?
I do.
that-
I changed your life, didn't I?
Right. And he talks about it a lot.
The
He
sad
does,
sad news is the cock ring's closed, though, right?
That hurts when
Yeah,
that happens. I don't like when those close. I like to keep them open.
The sad thing is that it has closed.
It
but
got stuck.
I did bring you
However-
a memento.
Oh, you brought him though. Rob Halford is just giving Brady Bogan it's a
Wow.
rubber. I think that looks like a Firestone. It's a little tiny.
What you buy in the gift shop of the cock ring?
That's way too big for you, Brady. Come on.
It stretches or shrinks,
My
right?
whole family can join
Yeah,
in.
this is great. Wow. Well, what a can you autograph that for us?
Well, I wore that this morning in the shower.
There's DNA on
What
it.
else do you
It is
want?
warm. It's warm.
What else do you
still.
want?
See, how good is this? I bring you the metal god, and the metal god brings gifts.
Yeah, that's incredible. That's I mean, you can't beat that right there. That's a beautiful thing. We thank you so much. Would you bring a gift for me?